Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. There's healthcare and there's self-care. Let's not be mistaken that there is healthcare, but there is also self-care. So we're talking about healthcare, but right now what we're going to focus on is self-care. So what I want you to do is to find a nice, comfortable seated position. Sit up nice and tall. Relax your face. And I want you to focus on your breathing for a moment. I want you to take a deep breath and slowly exhale. Inhale as deep as you can and slowly exhale. Now go ahead and close your eyes. And if you need to look up here for a reference, please go ahead and do so. What we're going to do is let your hands rest upon the table in front of you. Or if you're standing, go ahead and place your hand just like I am right now. And as you inhale, you're going to reach your hands up into the ceiling. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly release down. We're going to do that 4 more times. So inhale, you come all the way up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale and rise. Exhale, lower down. We're going to do it 1 more time. So inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, place your hands on to your table, close the eyes, soften your shoulders. See, we have a saying, before I speak, I listen. Because when I listen, I learn. And what I've heard this morning is a lot of people have many different obligations. They have a full schedule. And they forget about the self-care along the way. So take this moment to de-stress, to relax, to calm yourself. Now slowly open your eyes, look to your neighbor and give them a high five and tell them good morning. So I want to tell you 3 stories. Story number 1 is a conversation that I had years ago with a man by the name of Don Cheeto. Hey. and I was in a conversation with Don Cheeto. He just released a new movie. And there was a question asked, and it was, what would you say to a young person who wants to pursue a career in acting? And he said, I would tell them to go to college and get an education. Because when you become an actor, people judge you, they criticize you, they compare you with so many different people in your life, and you'll see reviews about yourself all the time, and people will tell you that you're not good enough, and you should not be in that position. So why would you put yourself in that position? Now, if you go to college and get a degree, you have something to fall back on, and you have a career, and you have a strong foundation. And then he ended with this, but if that stops you, then it really wasn't meant for you. And that's the first form of criticism. Is if you don't believe in yourself enough, then you're probably not going to be able to accomplish it because there's going to be a lot of people who don't believe in your vision and what you're trying to accomplish. Story number 2. I had a conversation with the man, Mr. Joe Montana, 4-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time Super Bowl MVP. And I asked him, what did it take to be a champion? And what he said was beautiful, really simple, very simplistic. I never look for anybody to blame. What did it take to be a champion? I never looked for anybody to blame. I didn't look to blame myself. I didn't look to blame my teammates. He said, I've never seen a receiver who has not dropped a pass. I've never met a running back who has not fumbled. I've never met a quarterback who has not thrown an interception. So I could not look at my teammates for someone to blame. And also often we always look at other people to blame. Who do we blame for the deficit that we're in? It's not an individual person. And lastly, I want to talk about Mr. Stephon right here. So earlier in his life, he was around 17 years old, just turning 18 years old. And what we have to realize when we're making decisions is that good people sometimes make bad decisions. And sometimes bad things happen to good people. Stephon had a passion to dance and dream about dancing all the time. But in his life, his family became broken and it was separated. And he found himself lost and his dream began to dwindle away. And he no longer dreamed about dancing, he just wanted to survive. And being in the environment that he was in, dealing with poverty, dealing with the struggles and the ills that come along with that, he got involved in a criminal lifestyle where he was facing almost 10 years in prison. And he no longer believed in his future. And then there was a moment where he began to have conversations and say, what is it that I have in my life? He didn't like to talk publicly. And he was judged and criticized so much because he said, I love dancing, but nobody in his community loved dancing. I just want to dance. That's all I want to do in my life. And that dream began to become the past. And he had to deal with legal issues after legal issues and not being supported in his community. And then we had a conversation. I said, have you ever wrote down your vision and your dreams? And have you begun to breathe life into your dream? He said, I never thought about that. I said, so what is it that you want to do? And write that down. And what he wrote down was, I want to travel the world and I want to dance. And he began to breathe life into that dream. And right now, you stand and witness someone who breathed into the dream. So now he's traveling the world, dancing and doing amazing things all across the world. So give him a round of applause. Good people make bad decisions. Good people make bad decisions, and sometimes bad things happen to good people. So if you can all stand up for me really fast. Make some room for yourself. Now, we did the breathing exercise to be centered, to focus, and I want you to think about your intentions. But I also want to think about the way that you can impact someone's life just by your very presence. So what we're going to do, we're all going to come up here, and I want you all to participate. So we're going to have this little clap, and I want you all to participate with this clap. So here we go. It's going to be a stomp, clap, all right? Y'all got that? So it's demonstrate it for me really fast, Stephon. Hey. 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 Give it up, 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 give it up. Now, I want you to do, lastly, I want you to reach your hands out to the side, place your hand on the small of the back of the person next to you. Or towards your shoulders, up higher, a little 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 higher. Just making sure y'all's paying attention. Close your eyes. Now, I want you to inhale, take a baby back bend. Let your heart shine up into the sky. And now as you inhale, reach your hands up into the ceiling. Allow your palms to press together. And I bow to the light in you, to the teacher in you, and to the dreamer that still lives within you. Thank you.